Okay, I believe the Workers' Party media conference is just about to start, so let's listen in to what they have to say.
For you, is this? So, Workers' Party.
This is yours.
Maybe you want to start and ask the photographer to...
What is this for?
This is for
Is she supposed to hold?
No, always over there. Always over there.
Tonight.
The mic. Volume of the mic, please. You on it? This mic is not working.
You need to test? Or you use this one?
Yeah, okay, it's on now.
Tonight, the Punggol East voters have spoken. They have returned Li Lian as their MP with a 54.52% victory over the PAP candidate Dr Koh Poh Koon, who garnered 43.7%. Punggol East voters now join Hougang and Aljunied voters in saying that they do want opposition in their backyard. We accept this victory with gratitude and humility, conscious of the responsibilities it carries and the expectations of Singaporeans in Punggol East and elsewhere. We will do our best by the residents of Punggol East and Singaporeans. WP's campaign in this by-election has gone on smoothly, and we are very satisfied. Our party leadership and its full machinery were thrown behind Li Lian. Our volunteers, as well as members of the public, have played an indispensable role, taking on diverse tasks, including media production, assisting in house visits, and polling agent duties. On behalf of the party leadership, I thank them all for their generosity and spirit. The impact of our campaign has been felt on the ground, with the PAP ministers and MPs scrambling to react up to the 11th hour. This is also an important episode for Singaporeans to take note of: the value of political competition in getting the government to sit up and take notice. Despite this victory, the Workers' Party is still a small party with much to do and improve upon. The Workers' Party will continue to serve its residents in Hougang SMC and Aljunied GRC, and now the residents of Punggol East SMC, on the ground and in Parliament. We will also continue to engage the government on issues which affect Singaporeans' lives. We hope that this campaign will also encourage more women to come forward and enter political life. As Li Lian has shown, women can fight alongside men and, in addition, contribute a fresh perspective and style. We are proud of Li Lian, and we need more women in politics. I now pass you over to Li Lian.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear voters of Punggol East, I thank you very much for your vote of confidence.
This is a privilege entrusted to me by you, and I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to serve. I will serve you to the best of my abilities, manage your estate diligently, and stand up for you when you need to be heard. While I celebrate this victory tonight, I know there is a lot of work to be done. The Workers' Party and I will be working very hard to ensure a smooth handover. That is our top priority. I look forward to seeing you in Punggol East and working with you closely to build a strong community in Punggol East. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all members and volunteers for making this possible and the party's leadership for their trust in me. Thank you very much. 各位榜额东的选民，非常感谢您对我的信任，我必定会尽全力为您服务，在国会里维护您的权益，我也会把市政会给管理好。除了胜利的喜悦，我也知道有许多工作在等着我去做。我们目前要做的，就是要如何顺畅的接手市政会。我期待在选期内见到大家，让我们共同打造一个团结、充满活力的榜儿东。我要感谢工人党的志愿者、党员和义工们的努力和支持，也要感谢党的领袖以及领导人对我的信任，把这个重任交给我。谢谢。
Thank you, Li Lian. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So now we would like to take some questions if there are any.
A few questions for Ms. Li. First, what are your immediate plans after today, and also can you comment about the margin? The last time you had Dr. Koh, you wanted to step down over 4%, so were you expecting that? Some questions for Mr. Lau as well. How would you describe this victory? Would you call this a milestone for the party? And also, how do you intend to derive the synergy between the three wards now, Kogang, Aljunied, and now Punggol East?
All right, my most immediate task is to build up the town council. As we are all aware, the current Punggol East Town Council is actually under the Pasir Ris Punggol Town Council. All right, so that will be the most immediate thing I need to do. Now, after which, I will also need to build up a group of volunteers to help lead grassroots as well as community events in Punggol East. And there's another thing I'd like to announce. My MPS, Meet the People session, we are ready to serve. Okay, we will commence 4th of February. Address Block 135, Rivervale Street. Okay, and that is just directly next to Bakau LRT. From 7:30 to 9:30 p.m.
4th of February.
4th of February. Please put that down so that people can read. Thank you.
Sorry, there's a question on the margin. Were you expecting the margin?
The margin.
Yeah, the last time you had 41 and now.
Well, I have to thank the voters of Punggol East for their confidence and trust in me. There'll be more that I need to do, definitely.
Mr. Lau, are you going to answer the question? No. Okay, can we have the next question?
我讲华语啊，可以讲一下你现在首要任务是做些什么？现在重复一次吧，然后给
我刚才用英
刘秘书长这边讲一下说，这一次那个工人党呢是接连2次赢得了补选，而且是赢得更多，这反映了国人怎么样的情绪。然后你们会不会组成一个超级市政会，把后港、榜儿东还有阿玉林联合在一起呢？请你用华语来说。
I think you have answered about how council do that.
Correct.
Not about the statement. Right. Yes, I think you should mention about the statement issue.
有关市政会的问题呢，在稍后的时间里面呢，我们市政会主席呢应该会发出比较详细的声明，那请大家耐心等候。
那至于说你们比上次赢得更多，你怎么看？代表的是解释的是什么东西呢？
我们觉得很感谢榜儿东的这个居民对我们的这个信任，我们也会尽力的为榜儿东服务。这也 I think you have answered the question.
No, because you.
Huh? Sorry.
刘先生可以跟我们讲一下，这样的一个成绩是你在你料想当中的吗？
What is it?
这样的一个选举成绩是在你们料想当中的吗？这样的一个选举成绩是在你们的料想当中的吗？还是出乎你们的预料？
我只能说，我们非常感激反核东选民的支持和信任。
So you mentioned that this election is seen as a national barometer of the government's performance. So what do you think this result is actually, what voters are saying with these results?
Well, I mean, we have not actually looked at the detailed precinct results for more analysis. We hope that our message during the campaign resonated with the voters, i.e., to use their vote to get the government to pay more attention to their concerns. But of course, you will have to ask the Punggol East voters exactly what was in their mind, because I believe that the voters have different considerations. Each person is different, so I would not want to speak for all of them by making any sweeping statements.
What is the impact of this victory to your party then? I mean, what does it say about the Workers' Party as the opposition party in Singapore? And also how you would, I suppose, deal with not just the PAP, but this other opposition camp as well that seems to be taking out in the Workers' Party during the rallies?
Well, what we can say is that we are indeed very encouraged by the results as a party. We take it as a sign that at least the residents in Punggol East do see some value in having WP MPs in Parliament, and at least a majority of them endorse our brand of politics. We hope that this is a signal of that, but we are certainly very encouraged by the results.
Besides confidence given by the Punggol East voters, particularly what strategies and what can lead the party to win this by-election?
I think I leave that to analysts to comment on. I'm sure there will be many opinions. Yeah, so as I said earlier, we would like to think that at least part of our message during the rally did resonate with the Punggol East voters, yeah. And of course what Li Lian can bring to the table for them, yeah. Sorry.
Li Lian, now that you've won, how do you plan to resolve the Riverdale Plaza issue since the construction there has been repeatedly under the previous MP's care?
Well, as mentioned in my rally speech, Prime Minister, he visited the place and also said that it will be completed by sometime June or July this year. All right, I don't see why there should be a delay, regardless of whichever party that take over.
Two questions for the party leaders. Firstly, do you think the by-election effect has helped the party win this time round? And secondly, what do you think are the reasons behind such a big vote swing?
As for the whether the by-election effect played in the minds of voters, certainly we would think that it probably had some effect, but exactly how many voters thought their way and all that, it's very hard for us to assess. And you asked about the vote swing. Well, earlier on, at the start of the campaign, I did say that it was probably the case that voters would also like to use the by-election to send a message to the ruling party. I think the ruling party perhaps should be the ones also to tell us what this vote means to them. And I would assume that there is a certain segment of Punggol East voters who did vote based on national issues and the fact that probably they want the government to do more.
So do you think this is a vote against the ruling party or a vote for the Workers' Party then?
It's probably a mixture, I think. Yeah.
What significance does this by-election result have in the party's plans for its future? And especially given that during the rallies, the party had 4 new faces to name. So, what is the party's plan for the future?
Andrea, it's very hard to answer your question briefly because there's so many, sub-issues in that. I think, we went into this by-election to give Punggol East voters a chance to make a choice again since the seat became vacant, and that was our immediate aim. And we're very glad that the Punggol East voters have responded to the choice that we've given and found Li Lian to be a credible choice. Of course, going forward, the party will have other things to plan for, including, as you mentioned, the future elections perhaps. Regarding the new speakers who spoke at the rally, I mean, we can't say for now what the plans are for them, definitely. Yeah, but they are some of the new faces that we'd like to work with.
Can I add to that? I'd like to add that the result of the by-election shows that Punggol East voters, as well as Singaporeans, still expect the government to work harder. Although many policies has been reviewed and the government has been working towards that, the result shows that the effect has not really been trickled down to the ground. And people still feel the pressure of high cost of living and many other things as well. So I would expect that the government will work harder on that. And the Workers' Party will assist whenever we can. 我想本额东补选成绩的结果显示了新加坡人对行动党政府的期望。虽然行动党政府在2011年大选之后呢，也进行了许多政策上的这个改善，不过很明显的，它的效果呢还没有见效。所以呢，接下来呢，我想行动党政府呢应该更努力的去工作，而工人党也在可能的情况之下呢，尽量协助政府。
Yeah. During your campaign, you mentioned many issues. So what would be your one or few foremost issues you want to tackle?
I mean, if I have the time and chance, I want to tackle everything at one time.
Foremost one that you want to tackle and why?
I guess the pressure that's facing young families as well as the welfare of elderly.
Yeah,
do you consider this election a step towards a two-party system for Singapore? And does the party have in mind a time by which you can break perhaps the one-third benchmark in Parliament?
Well, let's look at statistics at the moment. 80 out of 87 seats are still in PAP hands. I calculated that was 92%. If you think it's a step towards a two-party system, I think we still have quite some way to go. But of course, I mean, I think in terms of governance, if Singaporeans really are concerned about, for example, major changes being made, let's say, to constitution and things like this, which require a one-third veto to stop, then I think it's up to Singaporeans to kind of work towards that together with the political parties. Anyone who hasn't asked a question yet? Otherwise.
I know that you have a career, but do you plan to become a full-time MP?
Okay, there is such a possibility. I can't rule that out, but that is something that I will decide along the way.
Just to follow up on that, Lilian, at the start of the campaign, you said you were planning to start a family. So how will you be elected affect your family?
It shouldn't affect.
So you're still on track to baby making plans?
As well as my new role.
Question for Mr. Loh. Do you think this victory, in addition to your speech on Tuesday on opposition unity, do you think the party has basically changed the face of opposition politics in Singapore?
Well, that I think it's better to ask people who attended the rally rather than me.
I was there.
Oh, you were there. So what do you think?
Okay, maybe one or two last questions since we seem to be very hot here and I think all are rushing.
Of merging the three town councils together, and secondly also during
Answer the question.
There have been a lot of PAP announcements about goodies and some of these thrown out on Singaporeans. How do you assess the entire campaign of your rivals as a whole?
Well, this is not a big question.
Well, we won't be commenting further on tonight, anything on what do you call that, town council. Okay, but look out, we'll be issuing a statement soon to everyone.
Early in the coming week.
How will you assess the campaign right as a whole by rivals, given that there's a lot of goodies thrown out along the way by the PAP government? A lot of cost of campaign, there's a lot of PAP goodies thrown out. How will you assess the cost of the campaign by rivals as a whole for this by-election?
And I thought those measures that were introduced are welcoming, all right? And these are issues that the Workers' Party MPs have brought up in Parliament before, all right? And I think that what the voters of Punggol East have spoken, they want more voices. They want us to pressure the government more to have better changes and more changes.
Okay, wait, what wants to say?
I think the night belongs to voters of Punggol East, and also to Li Lian. She has connected the ground very well. I think people of Punggol East and Li Lian deserve an applause.
Okay, I think we'll stop the press conference because it's just going around. It's really very warm. Okay, if you don't mind, we'll end the press conference here, and if you have any further questions, perhaps you can come forward to ask us. Okay, thank you so much.
Anyway, thank you, procession tomorrow.